Welcome back to another video. My name is Gordon Frayne, and today we're telling you everything you need to know about Jupiter Exchange and the Jupe token. As always, if you enjoy the content, please make sure to smash that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well, and smash the bell notification icon so you can get updated every time we drop a new video. We're dropping videos pretty much every single day on the channel, so you're going to want to get notified so you can hit your crypto goals. And don't forget to grab your free copy of my book, The Rise of Bitcoin. It's going to be the first link in the description below. Make sure to grab it. It's free. You're going to get a PDF copy. It's not going to be free forever though, so make sure you grab it while you can. It is my gift to you, and let's get into the video. So we have done a previous video on Jupe token on the channel. You can check that out for yourself. And that was a price prediction video for Jupe. So make sure you understand what we're talking about when it comes to price predictions for everything to do with Jupiter. But if you're not familiar with this project, Jupiter is a decentralized exchange that is native to the Solana blockchain. And in our video, we went through and we analyzed Jupiter through the lens of these 5 different pillars. We discussed its fundamentals. We looked at the different narratives. We looked at the technical analysis. We looked at their team briefly, as well as the tokenomics. We're going to be doing a little bit of overlap with some of this stuff again here, but basically at a very fundamental level, you can come over to jupe.ag and you will be met with the decentralized exchange interface that is Jupiter, which looks exactly like this. And if you're familiar with using Uniswap, Uniswap is the largest decentralized exchange in the world. It is also the largest decentralized exchange that is native to the Ethereum blockchain. So Jupiter is to Solana what Uniswap is to Ethereum. And you can come on here and you can swap Solana native tokens very easily using their swap feature, which opens up by default. So you can select the token that you want to use and the token that you want to actually receive. So again, if you've got USDC in your wallet, you're going to want to click on Connect Wallet up in the top right corner. That's going to connect to your Solflare or whichever Solana wallet you're using. It could be Phantom Wallet, for example. You select the token that you want to actually purchase, and then you select the amount that you actually want to buy. You connect your wallet, you execute the transaction. Everything happens with a smart contract. You get the token deposited into your wallet, and it's happy days. So that is the basic functionality of the swap feature on Jupiter. Again, they have a number of different features here, like limit orders. So you can actually set limit orders for the decentralized swaps you want to do. So if you do not want to purchase the particular asset at the spot price, you can set a limit order to purchase Solana at a specific price if it drops down in value, so that you can average your dollar cost over a set period of time and reduce your cost basis as a result. So very handy feature here. Another very good feature on the Jupiter exchange is their DCA tool. So this tool for DCA, dollar cost averaging, allows you to basically break down a dollar cost averaging strategy for your investment thesis. And what you can do here is, again, set the amount of capital you want to allocate into a particular asset over a set period of time. So for example, let's say we wanted to invest in Solana over the course of the next 12 months. We could say that we want to invest $1,000 to buy Solana once per month and do that over a period of 12 orders. So what's going to happen there is every single month, we're going to execute a smart contract that purchases Solana at the spot price of Solana every month for the next 12 months. And again, you can tailor your dollar cost averaging strategy to your needs by selecting a different time period, whether it's every minute, every hour, every day, every week, every month. Set up the number of orders, connect your wallet, allocate the capital, and configure your DCA strategy. So another very handy feature here for people who want to execute a dollar cost averaging strategy over time. So Jupiter has really been, a fresh breath of air in the Solana ecosystem. It did only launch in January of this year, but since then it has grown to be the 69th largest cryptocurrency by overall market cap. We're currently sitting at a Jupe price for the Jupe token at 97 cents, so just under the $1 mark. We can see here when we initially launched, we were sitting at a bit of a dip. It went down all the way below the 50 cents level here before making a big climb up over the $1.80 mark. But since then, we've retraced a bit back down to the 97 cents level. Again, a lot of this peak was driven by the Bitcoin price putting in all-time highs prior to the halving. Along with the rest of the market, we saw inflated prices for a lot of the altcoins, which have, somewhat corrected since Bitcoin put in those all-time highs. So I wouldn't say it's something to worry about too much. We have seen a correction with most of the rest of the market, and Jupiter continues to be a strong contender in the DeFi space. If we hop over to DeFi Lama and look at some of the actual numbers here, again, we can see that Solana is the 4th largest overall chain when it comes to total value locked in the DeFi space. Ethereum still makes up the vast majority here, obviously almost at 61%, but Solana does continue to chip away piece by piece and gain a larger and larger market share in the DeFi ecosystem. It is currently the 4th largest chain, as we mentioned, with over 4.6 billion in total value locked when it comes to the DeFi space in general. If we click into Solana specifically, we can see here that Jupiter Perpetual Exchange is the 7th largest protocol operating in the DeFi space when it comes to Solana. And we can see here that it is growing month on month. We've got a 15.59% increase in TVL on Jupiter month over month. And we've got a total of just under 395 million US dollars in terms of TVL on the Jupiter exchange. So if we click into Jupiter itself, what we can see here is a pretty promising trend, in my opinion. It's not too drastic, and Jupiter is quite new, given that it only launched at the end of January, start of February 2024. But what this chart is painting the picture of is basically steady growth. And I think steady growth is important when it comes to DeFi. It's important when it comes to any business or protocol trying to set a solid foundation. And we've seen steady growth all the way from about 87 million in TVL going all the way up now to over 398.54 billion in total value locked. So again, this has been a steady rise all throughout the month of February, all throughout the month of March. And even after Jupe token itself put in those all-time highs, we did see a little bit of a dip back down to about 274 million in TVL. But a promising sign is that we continue to see more and more volume and more TVL going through Jupiter, and it's continuing to set a solid foundation in the Solana ecosystem, despite the fact that its token price was trending down for the past couple of months. So for me, this is a very healthy metric to see when it comes to Jupiter. Lots of continued growth, lots of continued volume happening in the space. And when we jump over and look at some of the statistics here in this Jupe dashboard on Dune.com, we can see here that when we break down the share of volume in terms of Solana DEX trades, we can see that Jupiter here in this green color is making up a huge amount of the volume that is happening across various DEXs when it comes to the Solana ecosystem. We can see some of the other DEXs like Radium, Meteora, and other protocols here like Orca. They're not actually making up as much of the percentage volume in terms of stuff that's happening on Solana every single day. So Jupiter is making up a huge amount of volume here with the amount of capital flowing through its protocol. Again, we can see the share of organic volume as well when we remove bots. A huge amount of organic volume in terms of overall percentage is going through Jupiter. So very healthy numbers that we're seeing here. And again, if we jump over, again, this is a Jupiter aggregator here on Dune.com. We can see how that volume has continued to increase. So remember, we saw the TVL back over here, and the TVL has continued, total value locked, has continued to increase very steadily throughout the past few months. Again, we're seeing the volume on Jupiter, at the beginning of this year, really starting to take off and get very healthy in terms of the amount of daily volume going through Jupiter, up above 10 billion here, and even in excess of 15 billion on certain days. And then swaps. So the amount of swaps that are actually happening on Jupiter, again, a very solid and steady increase in the amount of swaps happening on Jupiter here, day over day, week over week, month over month since the beginning of the year. So most of the metrics, in my opinion here, when it comes to the total value locked, when it comes to daily volume, and when it comes to the amount of interactions and swaps that are actually happening on chain and flowing through Jupiter, are extremely healthy. So lots of exciting stuff going on Jupiter overall. If we jump back over here to some of the stuff that we looked at, again, we're talking about Jupiter being a decentralized exchange. And one of the other things that we noted in our price prediction video for Jupiter was this information about the narrative surrounding DEXs. And in 2021, when we saw the previous bull cycle, we did see a number of different protocols have run-ups at the same time when they're operating as part of the same narrative. So what we've got here is the DEX narrative, and we've got Uniswap, SushiSwap, and PancakeSwap, which are still three of the biggest decentralized exchanges, but were definitely three of the biggest decentralized exchanges back in 2021. And the interesting thing to note here with these DEXs is the fact that they all had a run-up in price and put in their all-time highs for their respective tokens in the same 7 to 14 day period back here in the time frame of April of 2021. So you can see this blue peak here on each of the charts for Uniswap, SushiSwap, and PancakeSwap respectively. They had their peak price for their respective tokens in the same 7 to 14 day window in April of 2021. And it's important to note this because Bitcoin didn't put in its all-time high until later November in that same year. So the peak happened for the DEX narrative about 7-8 months before Bitcoin put in its all-time high peak in the same year. So this is why we pay attention to narratives, and this is why it's important to understand, the fact that Jupiter is a decentralized exchange on the Solana network, and it could possibly, make moves in terms of price action and be putting in all-time highs when the DEX narrative gets its next leg up in the course of this bull cycle. So, it might move at the same time period as Uniswap, SushiSwap, and PancakeSwap and put in its all-time high in a similar time period or in that specific window, similar to what we saw in 2021. So again, it's always worth keeping an eye on this. Of course, we cannot say with 100% certainty that will happen, but I don't think it's a coincidence here that the DEX tokens move in tandem with one another, and when they see a run-up in price, it's very likely that we would see other DEXs moving at the same time period. So you can check that out in the price prediction video. You can also check out the price prediction video yourself. Jupe does only have a small amount, I think it's about 13.5% of their total supply in circulation. So that does mean that we are going to see more tokens entering the market, and we're going to be seeing more Jupe tokens diluting the current supply because of the fact that only 13.5% of their tokens are already in circulation. So that will mean that price action needs to be, continuing to see strong numbers of buyers to keep that price going upwards. Again, you can check out all the price analysis in the price prediction video, but Jupiter is a very, very strong project within the Solana ecosystem. It is one of the strongest decentralized exchanges. It is only a few months old, so I think it has a huge amount of potential. We're seeing huge amounts of volume and increased TVL happening over the past few months, and the team that have built Jupiter are obviously doing a very, very good job. So let us know in the comments below, are you bullish on Jupiter yourself? Are you purchasing Jupiter? Do you already have Jupiter as part of your bull run portfolio? Drop us a comment and let us know. I think Jupiter does have a very bright future. There's a huge amount of things happening on chain, lots of volume, lots of transactions, lots of TVL. And again, the amount of upgrades happening on Solana, the amount of capital we're going to be seeing flowing into Solana with improved smart contracts, with Solana making up more share of the DeFi ecosystem, the amount of capital flowing through Jupiter is going to be a knock-on effect of all of that capital inflow. So let us know below, are you bullish on Jupiter? Are you holding it? And where do you see Jupiter going in the near future? Don't forget to grab your free copy of my book, The Rise of Bitcoin. It's going to be a link in the description below. Grab it while it's free. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button on your way out the door if you enjoyed the video. Please hit that subscribe button as well. We're on the road to our first 10,000 subscribers. It would mean the world if you hit subscribe, and hit that bell notification icon so you can get notified with lots of other videos just like this. We're trying to bring you as much alpha as possible on the channel, so make sure you want to get notified. And as always, we'll catch you in the next one.